Welcome back. I am CirCoolBox. We got a little bit of a update on the KIELY Rodnni case. Is it an accident or foul play? Investigations continue into what happened to Truckee teenager KIELY Rodnni after she was found dead in her car in 14 feet of water at Prosser Reservoir on August 21st. But conclusions are at least weeks away. KIELY, 16, went missing August 6th after she was last seen at a party of hundreds of young people. I disagree with that. I believe it was probably 20, 30, maybe 40 people at Prosser Campground, about 10 minutes from Truckee, a close-knit community. And while a public memorial for the teen is being held on Saturday, September 10th, in Truckee, police say there is no news on the investigation, which is expected to take at least 2 weeks. Andrew Trigg, a public information officer for the Nevada County Sheriff's Office, said there is nothing additional to share at this point. But yet there is. I quote, "We are awaiting the final autopsy report that will also include the toxicology report," he said. "Once that information is certified, it will be shared." Both the California Highway Patrol and the Nevada County Sheriff's Office are working separately and meeting regularly to come up with conclusions about what may have happened the night KIELY disappeared. The California Highway Patrol is working the case as a motor vehicle accident. Thought that was very interesting. I'll read that again. The California Highway Patrol, CHP, is working the case as a motor vehicle accident, using science to figure out what happened to her car, according to CHP. Chief John Ehlers said the investigation likely will be able to tell things such as what was happening to the car before it went into the water, and could include things such as if it was in gear, if brakes were used, if it was hit, pushed, or driven into the water, or if it had any mechanical issues, Ehlers said. They said they had no new news, but this is some new news. So they're trying to get, I guess, the black box of her CRV to see if it's still working and can tell them information, because it could tell them, if it's in gear, possibly how fast it was going, if brakes were applied, if seatbelts were being used or not. It could probably tell, or they'd be able to notice if the headlights were on, and if anything else was probably on in the car. And while Ehlers' team is working to tell the story of the car, the Nevada County Sheriff's Office continues to hunt down leads about what may have happened to KIELY, including if foul play or drugs were involved. We already know drugs were involved, so I don't know why they're saying that. We already know drugs were involved. Sammy said it. Mag said it. Mag said that 5 guys tried to get her to do bong rips. I believe Sammy talked about mushrooms. So we already know there were drugs involved, and KIELY most likely took drugs either willingly or it was placed in her drink. But I believe it's a good comeback. She had drugs in her system. We know she was drinking from what Sammy was saying, because Sammy said whatever I drank, she drank out of, and we drank out of the same cup. So we do know for sure, according to Sammy, that KIELY was drinking. I don't know if Sammy said anything about drugs. The search for KIELY involved multiple agencies, including the FBI, which investigated her disappearance as a possible child abduction, following reports that the party grew to such a large size that there were people there that Kylie and her friends didn't know. I still don't believe the party grew that big. Just my opinion. I also found it odd seeing people talking, saying, I guess on August 6th when they were notified, I guess before they put anything out about Kylie missing, they went to social media and I guess contacted social media and had any and all videos and photos removed off the internet of this party. So that could explain why we only have those few photos that have been shown over and over and over. So yes, I guess it's possible that the party, it was very large, and we don't know that it was very large because the only photos we have are the ones that slipped between the crack before the police could get them removed. So, that's a possibility. The sheriff's office also conducted the autopsy, which will not be released publicly until the findings from both investigators are complete and shared together. Sounds like they are gonna release the autopsy results, and the CHP is going to release their results on what the car tells them and possibly from the scene. The problem is with that, they didn't tape anything off. They botched this entire thing from the beginning. So if there were tire tracks at all, I know that surface was hard and it's like a dusting, but there had still been some form of tire marks, and there would definitely probably been some where it went into the water. You'd probably be able to see some tire marks in the water itself. In the absence of new information, internet fills void with rumors. That is true. I've been seeing a lot of rumors going around. I've talked about some of these rumors myself and put them out there as rumors or hearsay. Law enforcement has been silent on the investigation since Kylie was found. Law enforcement kept directing AWP away from Prosser Lake, which seemed very odd to me. But AWP ended up going there. I still believe they found her vehicle. I believe they have a good idea of what happened to her, and not being rude to Kylie or her family, but I believe and feel like, in my opinion, they did not want to pull the vehicle out or admit they found it right away. They wanted the evidence to rot away. Because it's possible that she was half dressed. She might not have had pants on. She could have just had that bodysuit on and nothing else. So that's my opinion. They have not made any comments about rumors spreading on social media. Speculation on what may have happened to Kylie has increased following a 4-minute video on finding the teen released by Adventures with Purpose. Okay, so it sounds like they are blaming AWP for spreading these rumors. Because I'll read it again. Speculation on what may have happened to Kylie has increased following a 40-minute video on finding the teen released by Adventures with Purpose. So, law enforcement is blaming AWP for all these rumors and hearsays that's out there. That's very interesting. And yet they said there was no new news. How about that, folks? The private recovery dive team said they came to work on Kylie's case after request from the community. They found Kylie within an hour of arriving at Prosser Reservoir. After going to Boca Reservoir and Donner Lake, based on what they called viable tips, the teen was last seen somewhere else. Interesting. So they're not happy about AWP at all. Adventures with Purpose released video of finding Kylie Rodni's body. Adventures with Purpose bills itself as specialist in finding people in bodies of water using a trained team of scuba divers and sonar equipment. Law enforcement agencies credited the dive team for their help in the days following their discovery, but law enforcement has not commented on the Adventures with Purpose documentary style video on their search. Very interesting, folks. Law enforcement is highly upset with AWP. So, law enforcement is making comments about this case. And obviously about AWP. They are not happy with that video that was put out there. They're not happy that AWP put out the video with the roadside assistance guy. His name is Nick. Not the AWP Nick, but the roadside assistance guy, Nick. But it's very interesting. So law enforcement has not commented on the Adventures with Purpose documentary style video on their search for Kylie. So they are extremely upset with AWP. In the video, Adventures with Purpose makes strong allegations that what happened to the missing teen is suspicious. In interviews done on other YouTube shows, Adventures with Purpose said they may release more video depending on the direction of the investigation. Adventures with Purpose has not returned multiple requests for an interview. So they are highly upset. They, I guess, want to know, and they're trying to contact AWP to find out what other information they may have. Very interesting. So they are upset that AWP has done interviews on other YouTube shows. And they, quoted AWP, said they may release more video depending on the direction of the investigation. Law enforcement in that area is taking that as a threat. In their video, they interview a tow truck driver who said he helped someone matching the teen in her car's description in hours following the teen's reported disappearance. The Nevada County Sheriff's Office would not comment on the video, allegations made by the tow truck driver, or other speculations into the cause or manner of Kylie's death. So, folks, that's it. That is a update. That's very, very interesting. I don't know if AWP has seen this article, or if they have returned request, I guess, back to law enforcement or the news agency, whoever was trying to, request an interview with them. They seem like they're really upset that AWP has gone on other YouTube shows and done interviews there. So we'll have to wait and see. And seems like they are upset, along with Kylie's mom, Lindsay, highly upset at AWP. Seems like they're upset at AWP. It seems like for finding Kylie. Again, I believe they found her vehicle and knew she was in there. They did not want to pull it out and admit they found her. They wanted this to continue for several more weeks so her body would rot and the evidence would go along with it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Trying to be as respectful as I can. Rest in peace to Kylie. A very, very sad situation. A very bizarre situation. The investigation was botched from the beginning. The law enforcement allowed the teens to run their own investigation. Law enforcement allowed Sammy and Jagger to set up their own little network of filtering information. I found that very interesting and strange. That seems like that would be messing with a active investigation. They should have threatened to slap a charge on them if they continued. And then when they continued, throw them in jail for a day or two for tampering with a active investigation and potential witnesses. They didn't do any of that. They also did not do anything with the phone ping location. They did not tape that area off. And now come to find out, supposedly there is stuff that fell out of the car when it was recovered. And it seems like they are not interested in collecting any of that stuff that fell out of the car. So, do they have the cell phone? That, to me, that's very important. Where is the cell phone? If Kylie did not have pants on and had the bodysuit, does those bodysuits have pockets in them? And if not, do you believe her cell phone was in her car, it was near her body, or do you think if it's foul play that somebody busted the phone, set it in the water to destroy the phone, and then they took the phone with them and discarded the phone somewhere else? What are your thoughts and opinions on this? And how do you feel that it seems like the law enforcement in Truckee, California seem to be highly upset and scared at what AWP released on their documentary, that 40-minute long video they released? Truckee law enforcement doesn't seem, happy about that. In fact, they seem really upset about that. They also seem extremely upset that the tow truck driver was what they call him, but he's roadside assistance. That interview was shown. And now it seems like law enforcement is wanting to find out what other footage AWP has. And again, it is rumor that when all this happened and Kylie was reported missing, this could be why when they put it on Facebook around 5:15 or 6:15 of Kylie's disappearance, it could be why that's why it was put on there at such a late time, because they were working on contacting all these social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Be Real, some of these other apps, contacting these apps to tell these companies, hey, get rid of these photos, collect all these photos for us. Do not allow these photos to go public or the videos to go public. And again, like I said, the only ones we have are those very small select few photos, and they really don't tell us much because we don't know if those photos were taken at the beginning of the party, in the middle of the party, or at the end of the party when most people already left. We do not know when those photos were taken, and that is a big deal, because if it's taken in the middle of the party, then that party was not as big as what they said. If it's taken at the beginning or the end of the party, then of course it's going to look like a small party. So with that said, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this. I'll see y'all on the next one, and as always, God bless and bless others.